But as Red Dirt fans gear up for the festival, law enforcement gears up for increased patrols and DUI checkpoints. The park offers multiple summer activities, including disc golf, kayaking, and its latest addition, this splash pad. The house right behind me is where the incident took place, and unfortunately we do not have all of the answers yet, as police are still looking to the public for answers. And that is exactly what the International Student Organization is doing right here on campus. Among the 24 events and countless decorations welcoming alumni home, the house decorations at Walkaround might be the greatest attraction. It all began in the 1920s when sororities would decorate their doors for homecoming. Over the next several years, decorations grew in size and popularity. And by 1966, traffic had become so jammed, onlookers started abandoning their cars and walked around, giving the event its name today. In 1969, houses began being judged and scored. Winners are announced at the halftime of the football game. Today, these decorations draw nearly 80,000 visitors to Stillwater during the homecoming weekend. Sororities and fraternities pair up to create the massive attractions. The pairings then spend countless hours planning and creating the decorations. Every pairing must create the entire structure from the ground up. Anything created off-site is prohibited. If they do not comply, that piece of the deck must be covered or they can be disqualified from the competition. Winners receive a trophy and, most importantly, bragging rights. The cost for building one of these 18-feet decorations can be upwards of $20,000, and members are required to start pumping several hours a week beginning in September. Building these isn't cheap or easy, but Kelsey Christensen says it's undoubtedly worth it.
Really look at the dollar amount, because it's all about the big picture and what you come up with, and it's more about how you make people feel too.
Whether returning home as alumni or as a freshman experiencing it for the first time, homecoming is sure to be a cowboy dream. For Pete's Corner, I'm Katelyn Fuller. While listening to the elderly stories and learning about their lives, gerontology professor Alex Bishop plans to use his research on the elderly to promote the healthy aging of younger generations. Bishop has spent over 10 years conducting research all over the country on gerontology, or the study of aging. His current research has shown those who felt more fulfilled in their young life aged healthier and are happier with their lives today. Through his research of the elderly, Bishop gains helpful insight and knowledge for, quote, positive aging, end quote. He then hopes to take his research and use it to improve the lives of young people.
That's essential. How can we help people who are younger maintain a sense of that they're doing well and that they're able to flourish and age well. That's the important thing.
So what's Bishop's biggest problem? Finding a population. People old enough to fit the criteria and willing to interview are scarce. Looking for sources wherever he can, Bishop works with countless groups, from nonprofits to extension offices, finding his potential resources. Aside from his research, Bishop teaches several HDFS courses. Department head Sissy Osteen says his enthusiasm for gerontology can be seen not only within his research, but in his classrooms as well.
He's very amiable and kind and thoughtful, and he cares a lot about the success of the students and spends a lot of time making sure that they're getting what they need to proceed.
Even after all this time, Bishop's passion for gerontology has not changed, and he says his favorite thing about his research is meeting people and hearing their stories.
Generally, what we're finding initially is that engaging in kind of a life review, oral life history, talking about one's life and the historical aspects and the achievements and the sufferings and the hardships, you name it, seems to be linked to a better improvements in feelings of self, kind of like a self-redemptive quality.
Undergraduate and assistant to Bishop, Sarah Pappen, says hearing all the stories from people who have lived a century is what makes their research interesting. But Pappen says being able to apply the theories she's been studying has been the most rewarding.
I did a course on researching methods, and it's been really cool that I've been able to have an opportunity to work with Dr. Bishop and kind of implement these theories and things I've learned about back in Australia, but then kind of put an American perspective on it.
Nevertheless, Bishop is excited about his research and its impact on society, and says there is still much more to learn.
No two people are alike. Their stories are completely different. The data they give us are completely different. Their perspectives are completely different.
Bishop hopes research like his will gain in popularity so he and other researchers can continue to make the world a happier place. For Pete's Corner, I'm Katelyn Fuller. Combining comedy and drama for the season opener, the OSU Theater Department hopes to shed light on serious social struggles while still making their audience smile. In the upcoming production, The Call, which opens September 22nd and runs through September 25th, actors will portray the challenges of being a first-time parent after their decision to adopt a child from Africa. Although the production intends to educate its audience and get them thinking about these issues, The Call is nothing short of a comedy. Witty one-liners and tactful writing make this season opener one for the books. And though the show may be heavy at times, cast members say having a good relationship with each other off stage makes all the difference on stage.
From day one, we hit it off and we were all laughing, which helps our chemistry on stage. So when we're trying to do an intimate scene together or a scene where we're all best friends, it's easy for us because off stage we're friends too.
Having such great relationships and direction makes their show a must-see, and is the reason an Oklahoma State theater production is a great source of weekend entertainment.
You can expect something different and something good. Something good. It's not going to be a bad production. They make sure every single detail in the show is up to par. They make sure everyone, whether you buy a ticket way in the back or in the front, gets the full experience. So you can expect a really good show and a very put together, detailed show.
For students, a trip to the Saratine Center may only be a short walk, but G.D. Kimball had to travel over 1,400 miles from New York City to guest direct this show.
I've known Andrew Kimbrough, the department chair, for ages. We go back to LSU together. I was looking for an opportunity to do more things in colleges and universities across the country, and he had an opportunity for a guest director to come in for this particular show, and the planets just kind of aligned, and here we are.
Having over 20 years' experience as a professional actor, playwright, and director on TV and Broadway all over the nation, Kimball is more than qualified to guest direct. Kimball is excited for the production and has faith in his cast and crew to pull it off. Kimball encourages everyone, not just students, to see the show.
I think it's a great opportunity for the Oklahoma State and the Stillwater community to come see some great actors, local actors, student actors, part of their community on stage doing some great work, and I hope everybody comes out for it.
General admission for The Call is $12. Student admission is $7. For Pete's Corner, I'm Katelyn Fuller.